Hello class, welcome to AIMS India's live class sessions. In today's class, we'll be seeing some example questions, okay? Why? Because tomorrow, which is Saturday, you will be having an online exam, and in today's class, I'll be showing you some example questions which might be asked, not the exact questions, these type of questions will be asked in tomorrow's exam. Okay children, so these questions are from all those topics which we have covered this week. So please watch this video carefully. If you are not clear about any topic, go to our website and then watch the recorded videos so that the concept is clear for you. Okay children, the first question for today is, counting numbers are also called as. What are counting numbers also called as? Counting numbers, when I say counting numbers, what are counting numbers? Counting numbers start from 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on are called as counting numbers because we start counting from the number 1. When I give you few balls here and ask you to count, you will start counting from 1. Yes or no children? 1, 2, 3. So these numbers are called as counting numbers, and the other name for counting numbers is natural numbers. Yes, the other name for counting numbers is natural numbers. Second question for today is the numbers 0, 1 and till 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are called as dash. See, we know that numbers starting from 1. These numbers are called as natural numbers or counting numbers. Here, a new number called 0 is added to our natural numbers list. And why do we use 0, children? We use 0 to show nothing. When there are no things and when there is nothing, we count that using 0. And when we add 0 to natural numbers, they are called as whole numbers. What are those called, children? They are called as whole numbers. The numbers starting from 0, 1, 2, 3 till 9 are called as whole numbers. And what are these whole numbers used for children? These 10 numbers are used to form infinite. These 10 digits are used to form infinite numbers. If you take up any number from those many numbers of mathematics, for example, even if you take 1093, the digits used in this number come only from these 10 digits. See, we have 1, we have 0, we have 1, we have 9 and we have 3 as well here. So only these 10 digits are enough for us to form any number we want. These numbers 0 till 9 are called as whole numbers. Okay children, moving on to the next question. Which is the largest 4-digit number? Which is the what, children? Which is the largest 4-digit number? Let's look at the options first. Option 1 is 999. Option B is 100. Option C is 1000. Option D is 9999. Again, if we use a little common sense, then we can eliminate two of these options here. What is he asking in the question? He is asking about a 4-digit number. Now look at the first option. How many digits does this have? This has 1, 2 and 3. First option has only 3 digits. So will this be the largest 4-digit number, children? No, not possible. And coming to the second option, 100. Again, how many digits does 100 have? 100 also has 1, 2 and 3. 3 digits. So again, it's not possible for 100 to be the largest 4-digit number. So cancel. And coming to the third option, 1000. 1000 has how many digits, children? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 digits. Okay, this might be the largest 4-digit number. Again, coming to the last option D, which is 9999, also has how many digits? 4 digits. So we have eliminated A and B because they have only 3 digits. Now we have to choose one among C and D. If you remember, I said that largest numbers have nines in them. Largest numbers have what, children? Largest numbers have nines in them. If I ask you to find out the largest 3-digit number, you write 3 nines. If I ask you to find out largest 4-digit number, you have to write 4 nines, which is asked in the question here. Largest 4-digit number will be 9, 9, 9, 9. We just have to write 4 nines. Okay, children, understood? Largest 4-digit number means we have to write 4 nines. In the same way, if he asks you to write the largest 6-digit number, write 6 nines. And if he asks you to write the largest 2-digit number, write 2 nines. Okay, children, always remember when largest number is asked in the question, you simply have to write nines. So, in the correct option among C and D is which one, children? Yes, option D, which is 9999 is the largest 4-digit number. Moving on, question number 4. Which is the smallest 1-digit number? This is a very easy question, right? Which is the smallest 1-digit number? Let us look at the options here. Option A 0, option B 1, option C 9, option D 10. Again, look at this option D 10 here. It has how many digits, children? It has 2 digits. So this cannot be the smallest 1-digit number because they are asking for a 1-digit number and it has 2 digits. So let us cancel this D straight away. D cannot be the answer. And coming to 0. 0 means, coming to option A 0. 0 means nothing, children. Like, we don't even consider 0 as a digit when it comes in the first or when it is on its own. If 0 comes between two numbers or somewhere between some numbers, then we consider 0 as a digit. But if 0 comes before the numbers, like 0 is at the starting of the number starts with 0, then we simply do not consider 0. We consider this as only a 2-digit number. This will not be a 3-digit number. So here 0 does not count as any digit number. So 0 is also eliminated. Coming to option B, 1. 1 has how many digits? 1 has 1 digit. Okay, this might be the smallest number. And 9 also has 1 digit. So this might be the smallest number. Now our correct option is only among these two. Again, they said the smallest 1-digit number. From where do 1-digit numbers start, children? 1-digit numbers start from 1 and go till where? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. 1-digit numbers start at 1 and end at 9. Yes or no, children? So the smallest 1-digit number becomes 1 and the largest 1-digit number becomes 9. Now both 1 and 9 are given in the option, but they are asking us for the smallest 1-digit number. So we have to choose 1, which is the smallest 1-digit number. If they would have asked for largest 1-digit number, we would have chosen the option 9 as our correct answer. Okay, children. Moving on to next question. Question number 5. What is the place value of 5 in 5003? What is the question, children? What is the place value of 5 in 5003? Again, if you remember, place value of a digit, 5003 is a number and 5 is a digit. Place value of a digit is determined on the basis of its place in the number. if you remember, I said that for solving these kind of questions, first write the place values on top of the number. How do we start writing the places? We start writing the places from the right side. What is the first place, children? First place is ones, then comes tens, then comes hundreds, and then comes thousands. Okay. First we have written the places on top of the number, and now let us look at the options here. Option A 5 ones, option B 5 tens, option C 5 hundreds, option D 5 thousands. Okay, here they are asking us to find out the place value of 5 in 5003, and 4 options are given. If you look at the question here, we have written the places on top of the number first. Okay, now we'll just concentrate on 5, which is in which place, children? Here, which is in thousands place. 5 is in thousands place. Now what will the place value of 5 become? 5 is in thousands place, so its place value becomes 5 thousands. Yes, 5 thousands. Now which option here reads as 5,000s? Option number D, which is 5,000. Okay, 5 ones, 5 tens, 500 ones. 3 is at ones place, so the place value of 3 is 3 ones. 0 is at tens place, or 0 be at any place. The place value of 0 will always be equal to 0 only. So again 0 at hundreds place is again equal to 0 only. 3 is at ones place and 5 is at thousands place. So the value of 5 becomes 5,000 here. Clear, children? Okay. Moving on to the next question. Question number 6. What is the place value of 2 in 1920? Again a place value question here. What is the place value of 2 in 1920? As I said, first write the number with place values on top, starting from the right side. First place value is ones, then comes tens, then comes hundreds, and then comes thousands. Let us look at the options. Option A 2 ones, option B 2 tens, option C 2 hundreds, option D 2 thousands. Look at the question. They are asking you to find out the place value of digit 2 in the number 1920. Look at the digit 2. 2 is at tens place. So the place value of 2 becomes what, children? The place value of 2 becomes 2 tens, which is option number B. Or it might be or you can write it as 2 into 10 is equals to 20. Even if they give you the option as 20, it will be the correct answer, because 20 is equals to 2 tens. Okay, children, don't get confused. 2 tens is equals to 2 into 10 is equal to 20. Next question, question number 7. What is the face value of 7 in 7910? Again, face values are, if you remember, face values are very easy. For the face value questions, we do not need any solving. We just have to simply write the digit as the answer. They are asking you the face value of 7, so the answer will be 7 only. Here in the question, 7 is in thousands place. Yes or no, children? Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. 7 is in thousands place, but they are not asking about the place value. They are asking about face value, right? So the face value of 7 becomes 7 only, no matter it is in thousands place or hundreds place. Now let us look at the options. Option A 7, option B 70, option C 700, option D 7000. See the face value of 7. They have asked about 7. So simply go and tick the option which says 7. Face value. Digit is equal to the number. Face value of digit is equal to the number itself. Okay, children. Next question number 8. What is the short form of 8000 plus 80 plus 8? What is what, children? What is the short form of 8008? What is short form? Short form of a number is formed by combining the digits face values of the digits by combining the face values of the digits at the right places. Now the place values are given here. We have to take the face values of the digits and form a number. Okay children, let us look at the options here. Option A, 8808. Option B, 8008. Option C, 8088. Option D, 888. Do you remember the example I gave you children to understand short form? We have a subject called as general knowledge, don't we? We have a subject called as general knowledge. It is a very big word to pronounce. So what we do, we take the first letter of G and the first letter of K and call it as GK. This is called a short form. We are calling this big word, we are pronouncing such a big word in a shorter form called as GK. In the same way, we should find out the short form of this number. As I said earlier, you have to be very cautious when writing the short forms. See here in the question, what is the place value of 8 children? First we have to find the place value of the first number. Place value of 8 here is 1000. It has 4 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the answer should also have how many digits children? The answer should also have 4 digits. We know that the answer of the short form of this question is should have 4 digits. Let us look at the options here. If you look at option D only has 3 digits. Option D has how many digits children? Option C has only 3 digits. So this cannot be the correct answer for the given question, because according to the given question, short form should have 4 digits, which option D does not have. Now we have only 3 options here, among which we have to choose the correct answer. Again, let's look at here. 8 is at thousands place. Now check in the questions. Now check in the options whether 8 is in thousands place or not. If you look at options, in every option 8 is at thousands place. So again, we cannot eliminate any answer here. Moving on, 8 is at tens place. See here, we got 8 at thousands place, and then we have 8 at tens place, and then we have 8 at ones place. But if you remember the place values, first comes ones, then comes 10, and then comes hundreds, right? Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. This is the order the number should follow. But in the given question, there is no number in hundreds place. Now what should we do children? How do we show nothing or no number when there is nothing? What number do we use for showing it? We use 0. We use what? We use 0. So 0 comes at hundreds place. 8 is at thousands place. The face value of 8000 is 8. Again 8 is at tens place. So the face value of 80 is 8. Again lastly 8 is at ones place. So the face value of 8 is 8. Now what answer did we get here children? What is the short form? Short form of 8000 plus 80 plus 8 is equals to 8088. Now look at the option which says 8088. Which is the correct option here? The correct option is option C, 8088. Clear children? First we have to check that the number of digits given in the question and in the short form are equal. If the question has 4 digits, then the short form should also have 4 digits. Clear children? Always remember this thing about short form, because short forms can be a little tricky at times. Moving on to the next question. Question number 9. Which of the following is an even number? What are even numbers? Even numbers are those which have 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8 at their ones place. At which place children? At their ones place. Now let us look at the options. Option A 10, option B 21, option C 17, option D 45. Now what should we do here? We are not concerned about the digits at other place. We are concerned only about the digit at ones place, which are these digits here at ones place. 0, 1, 7 and 5. Now look at these set of numbers here. First digit at ones place is 0. Does 0 fall under this category? Yes, 0 falls under this category. So this is an even number. The first option itself is the right answer. So we need not solve any further options. 10 has 0 at ones place. 0 is an even number. So the whole number 10 becomes an even number. Okay, children? Next, question number 10. Which of the following is an odd number? What is the criteria for odd numbers? Odd numbers have 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9 at their ones place, right? Let us look at the options. Option A 54, option B 12, option C 71, option D 18. Again, let's highlight the digits at ones place. First digit is 4. Is 4 one among these? No. So this is not the correct option. The next option is 2. Is 2 an odd number? No. So 12 is also not an odd number. Third option 1. Is 1 an odd number? Yes, 1 is an odd number. So the whole number 71 also becomes the odd number. Correct option here is option C 71. Question number 11. Which number comes just before a given number? Remember this term here, just before. As I said, before means pre, and success comes when, children? Success always comes after. So which number here comes just before a given number? Option A, even number. What are even numbers? Even numbers are those which have 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8 at their ones place. Does it say anything about coming before a given number? No. So it's not option A. Option B, odd number. Again, odd number has 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9 at ones place. It also does not say anything about coming before or after a given number. Option C, predecessor. Yes, here look at the word predecessor. I said pre means before. Predecessor is a number which comes just before a given number. So predecessor is our correct answer. Last option is successor. What is successor, children? Successor is a number which comes after a given number. Predecessor comes before a given number. I hope this is clear here. Predecessor and successor. Question number 12. Find the predecessor of 70. Just now we have learned that predecessor comes before a given number. Now how to find the predecessor of 70? We find the predecessor by subtracting 1. By subtracting 1 from the given number. Now we cannot subtract 1 from 0. 0 means nothing. When there is nothing to take, how can you take 1? So we borrow from 7. 0 becomes 10 and 7 becomes 6. 10 minus 1 is 9 and we have 6 here. The predecessor of 70 is what, children? 16 unknown. Let us look at the options and tick the correct one. Option A 70, option B 69, option C 71, option D 17. What is the correct answer here, children? Option B 69. Predecessor means we have to subtract 1 from the given number. 70 minus 1 is equals to 69. Okay, children? Moving on. Question number 13. Find the successor of 99. Again, success always comes after doing something. So, successor is a number which comes after a given number. The number given in the question is 99. And how do we find the successor? We find the successor by adding 1 to the given number. 99 plus 1 becomes what? 9 plus 1 becomes 10. And again 1 is carried. 9 plus 1 becomes 10. What is the successor, children? Successor is 100. Let us look at the options now. Option A 90. Option B 99. Option C 91. Option D is 100. What is the correct option, children? Yes, option D, 100. Predecessor means -1, successor means +1. Again, let us find out the successor of 70. 70, how do we find out? We add 1 to the given number. 70 plus 1 is equals to 0 plus 1 gives us 1 and 7. 71. Successor of 70 is 71. Coming to the options, option A 69, option B 70, option C 71, option D 79. Which is the correct option here, children? Option C 71. Moving on, question number 15. Which of the following is the expanded form of 2020? Which is the, look at 2 here. Okay, we'll write the number here. Okay, 2020. First step is to write the place values on top of them. Units, tens, hundreds, thousand. Starting from the first digit, 2 is at thousands place plus 0. 0 is at hundreds place. 0 hundreds, 2 tens plus 1 0 ones. 0 ones. These are the place values. How do we write the expanded form? We write the place values and then add them up. It gives us the expanded form of the given number. If you remember, 0 means nothing. 0 has no importance here. So we can simply eliminate these two zeros and write it as 2000s plus 2 tens. The place expanded form of 2020 is what, children? 2000 plus 2 tens. Now all we have to do is check the option which says this 2000 plus 2 tens. Option A 200s plus 2 tens. Here the answer we got is 2000s but not 200. So wrong one. Next, 2000 plus 2 tens. Option B is 2000s plus 2 tens. See, look at our answer here. We got 2000 plus 2 tens and the option also says 2000s plus 2 tens. So this is the correct option here. Option C. Option B is the correct answer. Option C 2 tens plus 2 tens. No, this is not the correct answer. Option D 200s plus 2 ones is also not the correct option. Moving on, question number 16. What is the short form of 100 plus 3 tens plus 8 ones? See, we know the place values start from ones, tens and hundreds. What is the question saying? 1 hundreds. So 1 is at hundreds place, 3 tens, 3 is at tens place, 8 ones, 8 is at ones place. So the correct answer for the question is 138. Now let us look at the options which says 138. Option A 831, no. Option B 381, no. Option C 138. Yes, this is our correct option, 138. Option D 813. No, wrong answer. Okay, children, short form. We have simply written the place values and then written the face values at their correct places. The last question for today is question number 17. Find the predecessor of 21. Again, how do we find the predecessor? We find the predecessor by subtracting 1 from the given number. 21 minus 1 is equals to what, children? 20. Yes, 20 comes just before 21. Array, look at here. The first option itself is 20. So, correct answer for this question is option A, 20. Remaining all are the wrong answers. Please, I hope you understand how to solve these problems, because tomorrow, as I said earlier, tomorrow you will be having a small exam which will have similar questions of this type. If you did not understand or something is not clear, please go to our website and then watch the videos again so that you will score better in your exam. Okay, children, all the best for your exam and thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to receive latest updates.